wait until you guys see what we're going to get. I don't know if I'm for sure buying this thing or not, but we're going to look at a car. It's a little ways away. It's about an hour drive. Mostly because I'm taking back roads. I got my car dolly in tow, but it's technically a classic, and they do have a little bit of a following, so it may just be something that you like. All right, we struck a deal. Here she is. Are you ready? Oh boy. 1990 Volkswagen Cabriolet convertible. I'm gonna have to carry pepper spray to keep the women off me. Race car edition. Race seat, stick shift. Look at the steering wheel with the NOS button. Alright gang, the Cabriolet is back home. I figured this would be a good opportunity for us to look it over together. So this is a 1990 Volkswagen Cabriolet. They do have quite the following. Little convertible, small car. I have no idea how long it is, but they're pretty small. Somebody has done some stuff to this one. Let's look it over. For one, it's had a repaint. Not the greatest of repaints. I do have that trim inside. The car originally was like this burgundy or purplish kind of color, but somebody at one point or another turned it into a blue car, which whatever, I think it looks okay. That's the boot for the convertible top. You can see it's got a little rust coming out, you know, along the tailgate here. There's actually a hole right here. Again, I'm just gonna show you exactly what it is, because it just is what it is. But this is actually, looks like water spots. This is in the paint. Not the greatest of paint jobs. They've blacked out all the lights. And I'm not really sure if those are aftermarket or if they like took them off and painted the inside. I don't know, but it is what it is. The top is actually in remarkably good shape. It's dirty. This was sitting in a barn for a couple years. He was driving it daily up until a couple years ago, so it shouldn't be it's not like it sat that long, but the top's actually really, really nice. I was excited about that. The hood is kind of funky. So the hood safety latch is there, but the primary latch does not work anymore. I haven't looked at it at all. And somebody put the dumbest hood pin situations on here. I guess I don't even have the key for them, but I guess they go down in, you turn them, they latch. I gotta figure something out there. That is the most hillbilly AutoZone special I've ever seen. Look where how they cut the hood to install them. Wow. Anyway, this little 4-cylinder, I don't remember what size these are. They're small. They're not huge power, but just a little 4-cylinder, fuel injected, manual transmission. These are actually really reliable little cars. This would make a great fuel economy back and forth to work car for somebody. Anyway, somebody's hot rodded it with the bright red valve cover. That makes it faster. Bright red plug wires. Even got the fan shroud. So I think they probably bought 2 rattle cans on this car, because it also has red brake calipers and red brake drums, which is cool. Whatever, I like it. The wheels and tires, MB motorings, pretty good shape actually. They're really nice. Tires are a 185/60 R14. Don't see that a whole lot anymore. The ground effects and everything are all in good shape, which I thought was pretty cool. I think these actually look really cool with all these ground effects. Underneath, the car is pretty solid. I've seen better, but I've seen a hell of a lot worse. I don't know how much you can actually see, but pretty decent. The car actually does have a whole slender of new parts, which I thought was cool. It's got newer radiator hoses, newer starter, newer alternator. Nothing like brand new, but it's kind of cool. Seats are in rough shape. They're not original to the car. There's some sort of racing seat of some guy, I don't know. I don't like them, and they're trashed. And this one's Bluetooth right now, so I think I can just, if I take it right out of there, I might fit in here. Let's hop right in here. Oh, what? I actually like it with the seat right here on the floor. If I were gonna keep it, I would totally mount this seat directly to the floor. I fit in here pretty good. Look, I even got headroom. Not a ton, but I'm sure once the seat bracket's in here, I'm not gonna be able to drive this car. Anyway, let's look around in here. Let's see what's in the glove box. Looks like some odds and ends, fuses and things, and those German fuses are hard to come by, so I'm glad it came with some. There's been rodents in here at some point. Got a nice little gauge pack here. And yeah, it is a manual. So we're going racing. Feels a little on the stiff side. That's gonna need a little lubrication. This was a little funky. He couldn't get it to charge. So somehow he's got the alternator rigged up to a toggle switch. I'll have to fix that. He painted one side red. I'm not sure if red would mean alternator not charging or alternator charging. I guess we'll find out. But we're gonna fix it the right way anyways. Ooh, more fuses. That's probably a bad sign, honestly. Looks like hasn't been smoked in very much, if at all. Power windows. I don't know if they work yet because I haven't had a battery in this car yet. No radio, but it came with one. A brand new one, Bluetooth, which was cool. Gotta show you something, guys, something cool, something unique. Remember we talked about power front windows here? This car has power front windows and manual rear windows. You know what else I noticed? Somebody's got 5-point race harnesses rigged up for this thing, which I just think is too funny. Because I haven't driven this car yet, but my assumption is that you probably don't need race belts for this car. But I guess whatever floats your boat. 89,000 miles on it. Not bad. 120 mile per hour speedometer. I'd be surprised. That's a pretty high red line for this whole thing. 6,250, 6,300 RPMs. I'd be a little nervous to wrap it that high. I'm kind of looking forward to cruising this car with the top down. I'm gonna be honest with you. My wife's not gonna like it because all the single moms are just gonna be flinging themselves out in traffic to go for a ride. But it does have 4 seats. They just can't be real big. So the next step is, this car's supposed to run, but it had a dead battery when I got there. We had it on his charger for a minute, and it didn't charge enough to start the car. So I've got it in the garage right now on the charger. I want to get this car to hopefully start and pull off the car dolly here so I can get my truck back. It'll be a little while before we do anything major with this car. I just want to kind of get it buttoned up and the windows closed and all that kind of stuff for today. But I want to finish the Lincoln before I start on this. So anyway, now we've got the longest 2-door car in history and possibly the shortest 2-door car in history. That's probably going to be it for the video today. I got a bunch of projects I got to get caught up on. I appreciate you guys watching, and if you want to see more of the 90 Volkswagen Cabriolet, feel free to continue watching. I'll have multiple series on this thing, and if you're in the market for one of these, let me know. Thanks for watching.